Hi everyone and welcome to our UmSinsi and Dancing Pencils channel. This is our books channel whereby we get different authors coming telling us their different stories regarding their writing journeys. But today I'm joined by one of our senior authors, Mr. Philani Nzuza. How are you, sir?
Very good, thanks, Ayanda. Thanks very much for inviting me to this platform today. It's highly appreciable. It's my pleasure being here. Thanks very much.
Lovely indeed. It's really, we feel the warmth here, so everything is just warm and you can feel the love that Philani has just brought in this space. Not only just the love brought by him physically, but more from his stories and more like from his novels and all from his writing a career. So we are very grateful of what you've written and then also the books that you've produced. We are going to get there, but for now, just tell everyone, myself included, how did your journey of writing started? At first day, how did you discover that you can write?
It wasn't easy because it began when I was incarcerated in Westville Correctional Center. That's where I met Felicity there.
Oh, yeah.
She came when I got there. I joined the poetry club just to keep my mind busy and keep my mind off things. So one day, this old lady came to the center. She introduced herself and she said she can take us away from that center, which was unbelievable.
Yeah.
No one could believe that, but we were so eager to get away from the place. Like, you know how even from the stories, you know how the place is like. But
Sure.
if someone comes here and says can take you away from them, you get high hopes. But during the course of the journey,
Yeah.
she explained herself. She explained how to get us away from there. Then that's how it began.
Yes, I remember that Felicity once told me that on her first day, there were some hard times. Can you just tell me around that funny moment that happened on your first class, I suppose, your first session with the right brain session?
When she got there,
Yeah.
she promising us that she can take us away from there means something else to us. Being there isn't easy.
Yeah.
Being a husband, a father, it's uneasy to be there. And then when someone comes there, says can take you away, it's highly hopeful. But being in the midst of those people,
Yeah.
bring your mindset to that. So when she promised that, some couldn't believe, some would believe, but we wanted her to explain to us how it's going to happen. So it was unbelievable if she said she can use our right brain to do that. So that's just unacceptable. It cannot be. It's just lying because she's coming from outside.
That's fine. I'm glad that you later went to realize that indeed you were able to get out, even though you were still inside the facilities. But with your brain, I'm sure that with your stories, you were able to go overseas. So with your writing, you were free, and then that's also led to your soul also being free. That's why we're saying the right brain methodology is not just only about creative writing, but also about being therapeutic.
Exactly.
Now, can you just take us, you've also, like the first book, anthology that you produced, The Voices from the Grave, tell us about the title, and you can also just take us through about the history in regarding the production, development of the anthology, because I can see there is a picture here of different former ex-offenders along with Mr. Nzuza here. So I can see you always smiling. I can always see in most of the pictures you always have your watch. So even there you were there, but the vision was so high. We can even see it. Just tell us about the book and with how you find it working, how it came about. Also just take us through your short story or poem in that book.
On that note, I can tell you, she was one major reason for me smiling there. There's no time to smile, no place to smile, but the way she taught us how to use the right brain made me believe that I can smile again.
Sure.
I can go back to where I was before, because being there means going away from you, being the person who lives there. But if someone with mentality she came and introduces us to us using this right brain. Even today, it helps me a lot. Coming to the book, as you can see the picture, the voices from the graves.
Sure.
If you, by the time you are taken away from the community by the police, the force the police are using, and everything that happens that day, people just take you down the grave. They just forget about you, no matter how much you've helped them, no matter who you are, but the way you are taken away from them, they just forget about you, and you are gone, you are forgotten. But the people there, their main job is to help us. Like you can see, the one from inside the grave is the prisoner, the one outside the grave is the warder. But the way things are happening there, those people are not able to help us in that way. People like Felicity did help me in particular. Because not everyone, after that quarrel we had with her, not everyone continued. Some of them just forgot about that because an old woman is taking chances, going to get paid using our name, so we just forgot. But fortunately for me, because right now I'm still using the right brain in most of my decision makings. So it helped me carrying on with her right brain plan.
Yeah.
So with this book, I've got one story.
Sure.
She loved it so much.
Yeah.
It's entitled The Secret.
Sure.
That's how dangerous the secret could be. So the way she read it, it touched her and she liked it so much. The following day she came, she asked who wrote it, and I was overwhelmed that I can make someone like her happy. At her age, she's my mother's age.
Yeah.
Coming from outside, I was a prisoner. My mind told me I was a prisoner, but the way explained things, I could feel happy. I could feel I'm a person again. I could feel I'm a father in a house, a family man again. So I thank him very, very much for that.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I thank her very much for that.
No, thank you, Philani. I also thank you for being flexible and also allowing your brain being just relaxed, and then you allowed your brain to unlock and shift from your left and then use your rights, and then that enabled you to use the whole brain. I can see now that you found peace within you and with you. And it's also you also even spreading that peace and love. And from your community, I've been communicating with some people, producing your books. Now, can you just read for us the secrets, even if you cannot finish it?
The secret is the last story I can see in this book. It's in page 149. It's about this little boy's Fiso, who have never been a part of the family from her birth. He lived on the streets, but not because of his decisions, because the circumstances pushed her to live in the streets. So on the streets there, because of the circumstances again, she met love, she met mother on the streets because on the streets he used to help people, carrying people's bags. Because what happens there is they use their power. Using their power means sometimes they could help at the shops, but the shop owners just use them. When they're supposed to pay them, they'll say they've stolen something is missing here. They get beaten, they're chased away. So that's how hard the life was on the street. But because of the way he was, because he wasn't there by choice, so most people loved him for carrying their parcels and bags. And when he carried your parcels, he didn't have a flat rate of charging. Whatever you could give him, he would thank that for the day. And even if you can say thank you, I'll see you the other day, he would just accept. So he was so polite. Because of that, he got a mother's love from the streets. He touched the heart of this woman, Cindy Swa. So as time went on, Swiss had a problem because he met this old woman. When he was about to meet her, he saw that something has dropped from this old woman, so he picked up this. It was an old handkerchief. but he could feel the way that, no, this is not just a handkerchief, there is something in it. So when opening the handkerchief, she could see that there was a lot of money inside. So he had to think twice regarding this. If he lives on the street, he's got nothing. So it's either he takes this money, forgets about this old woman, but he has never had a family before. On his right brain, he thought of having a family. On his left brain, he thought of stealing this money and running away. So he used his right brain because they tried to follow this old woman. But unfortunately for him again, he got into trouble because the security got him and he acted like he's got this handkerchief. So he got beaten, he got imprisoned, but this old woman, this woman, Cindy Swa, felt touched as she saw this security guard beating up this young man. So she had to follow up where he was going until the court day. That's when she met this old woman, the owner of the handkerchief.
Sure.
So they listened to Sfiso's story, and Sfiso ends up getting into Cindy Swa's house. Cindy Swa's fiance had to accept as Sfiso as their son.
Yeah.
But as the time goes on, Cindy Swa's fiance recognizes that Sfiso might be his son who he lost, because he lost a girlfriend who was pregnant. So that same girlfriend is Sfiso's mother, Sfiso's biological mother. Now, because of these stories between Cindy Swa and Sfiso and this old woman, because they were friends, keep missing each other, she realizes that no, Sfiso might be my son. But Cindy Swa hated lies. He hated secrets. So how was his parents going to tell her that it might be his son, because he has never mentioned it before? Yeah. So I was going to study because so I was going to study today. So that's the gist of the story, and that's the name of the secret. Because now he's got this secret, he doesn't know how he's going to spit it out. How is it going to happen? How's going to happen to Cindy? How is it going to happen to his to this whole family? Because he cannot lose his family, but he would like to be a real father to his Sfiso. That's the name of the book. That's the story. It's the secret.
Yeah, I even like. There's also a very, very interesting story. There are a lot of secrets there. So it's also a lesson that you always have to find ways to unearth those secrets. Just give them up before they come up on their ways, because the truth always has a way of coming out. Usually it used to be very funny, turning point moments. So I really appreciate the secret. Now, just tell us how many books have you published, standalone books, and then just also to sum up on what are you also working on.
After this book, because of the way I was using my right brain, so all the way was my right brain to me. So even inside the cell, sitting alone, having my pen, using my right brain. Because how she taught us, just that, close your eyes, write. Then at the end of the day, you see what did you write, what comes out from it. So that's how I live my life. No matter what's happening there, I'm writing. No matter what's happening there, I'm using my right brain. So Awkward Journey to Triumph came from that. It was my first novel, and I'm proud of it. And Awkward Journey to Triumph is about this man who left his family. He was working in Joburg, and the family was here in KZN. So he used to visit his family every now and then, frequently visit his family. But because of, how Joburg is like, he ended up not coming back. He had 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. There is something big about this Awkward Journey, more especially in family times.
Yes.
Because the older boy had to help his mother now taking care of these 2 other siblings. At his tender age, he was very young, 13, 14, 15 was that age, but he had to do temporary jobs, going on foot, going from Ekanyeni to Phoenix, which is a very long distance. But it had to happen because he felt how her mother was feeling, but didn't want these younger siblings to feel it. So he had to do that. At the time went on, he had to make them compete for the marks at the end of the year so they can concentrate on their school works and not concentrate on what's happening with their mother, with their father, stuff like that. So as the time went on, he grows up being a strong man because of that. So what's happening at the end of the book, during the course of the book and at the end of it? As he becomes a strong man, he plays soccer, he plays for the professional side, he's a teacher by qualifications, and he was loved by the students and the community everywhere he went. So by the time this book is written, he was declared Rota High School. So he was a sportsman there, dealing with soccer, and people loved him, children loved him because he was playing for professional side, so they enjoyed having him on that school. Unfortunately for him, the principal didn't like that because now he's stealing all the fame from him as a principal. Now he's stealing the fame because he's a soccerite. And he teaches boys and everyone around him how to take care of his life, how to focus on his future, on his or her future. So everyone loved him, even the neighborhood community loved him. So the principal became very angry of that. So he started planning to get rid of him. So as he was planning to get rid of him, he tried many different things, of which you can read the book to get them. But on his doings, he ended up getting imprisoned. The principal, the whole principal, he ends up getting imprisoned, and for the long time, loses his job, loses everything. And when he was first fired from work, he had to go home. When he got home, he finds the pictures of this very man he was angry with. His boys liked him very much because his boys were playing soccer, so they liked this man who is away from his work for. So on the other side, at home, he still has this hole in his heart of he doesn't know where his father is. So as the time goes on, he keeps looking for his father, but when he tries to talk his younger brother through this thing, his younger brother was very, very angry that his father didn't help them grow up. He wasn't there when they needed him, so he wanted nothing to do with their father. On the other side, this young woman, she's old now, but she doesn't know whether she likes her or she doesn't, because she knows nothing. She was very, very, very young. So as the time goes on, this man loses his jobs, takes the money, he enjoys Joburg until the money is finished. The money is finished now, she cannot go back home. When the money is finished, cannot go back home. This son is still looking for him. Now, she's about to get married. She's about to be a father. She wants to be a father. He wants to be a father to his children with their grandfather. So it's still a hole in his heart that he doesn't know where their grandfather is. So as he keeps looking, he gets him. Fortunately, he gets him. He was very happy when he got him. They planned to come see him. So he saw him. So when he saw him, he went back to his siblings to tell them, I've got our father, I'm happy, and we've got to go down to Joburg to collect him. He must come back the way I saw him in. I'm not very happy. No matter what happened between him and our mother, he is our father, and our mother is happy with that, so let's go get him. This brother is very angry. He hasn't forgotten what happened. So when they got there, their father saw them. He was amazed of what happened long ago. Now, he didn't know what to do with this mess he did. But this old man, this old son is very happy. He wants him back. His wife wants him back. They want to clean him and bring him back as their father. On the other side, looking at himself and these friends he has here, he doesn't know if he will fit in such a family. Because now the way this son has fought, they are a big family now. They are well-known family. They've got the big name now. Now, looking at him, as he is like, he's in favor as someone who doesn't belong to this family now. So when they were supposed to take him home, unfortunately, he just hangs himself and he commits suicide. The gist of this book is also about anger that can destroy you. The anger can destroy the owner, not the one who is hated. Because now the old man has committed suicide. This younger brother doesn't know now how is he going to express his anger, who is he going to ask questions from. He needs answers. He doesn't know if he's still angry. He doesn't know how he feels now, because this man is gone. The one is disappointed because he couldn't take back his father. But this other one now is going to be left with his anger for life because he didn't solve his problems.
Yeah, really awkward, Jenny. Hey, very beautiful book. I really appreciate and commend your writing and your approach, and also how you use right brain to cultivate the atmosphere and like even the flow of your stories, your novels and everything. Philani, I also know that for more information and more details on Philani, later we will be giving some more details regarding our documentary, so you can also just get some more gist and more details on him, also with some more other projects that he's been doing and how long has been with Dancing Pencils, even to get even the dates when did the Westville Correctional Services Dancing Pencils Writing Club began. He can even share on the documentary. You'll be sharing even some of the moments, just sharing us just a particular side of life that we've never covered here, because here it's all about Dancing Pencils and UmSinsi books, but later on about how the Westville Dancing Pencil Writing Club was operated, that is going to be covered on a full detailed document. For now, your last word to the community, Mr. Nzuza.
That's much under. So community, I will ask, on my knees, asking the community to first, please accept the brothers from inside, brothers and sisters from inside. They're still members of your family, they're still members of the community, but to both the community out there and the community inside, please try by all means. If you don't have Felicity on your side or in your Westville or in your correctional center, please try by all means to use your right brain. If you don't know how, try to get into Dancing Pencils UmSinsi in YouTube and to know how to use the right brain. It helps me even now. Now I'm a family member, I'm a husband, I'm a father to my kids, I'm even a grandfather now. And I'm very happy, I'm thankful to Felicity. Thanks very much, Dancing Pencils and UmSinsi.
Thank you very much. I like your shirt too, eh?
Thank you.
Very beautiful shirt. Special thank you to you for watching at home. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and share the video. Until next time, thank you.